You are listening to Phone Eats First.
Yay!
Welcome back to Phone Eats First, a podcast about romanticizing your life and finding inspiration inside and outside of the kitchen. My name is Corey May, Corey in the Kitchen. How you know me? How you found me? Hi, hello. So happy you're here. Today we're back with a two-time guest.
Woohoo!
Virginia Wooten, Health with VA, is back on the pod.
Yay!
And today we're going to circle back on all things Dawn fitness, training, personal training, New York, all the fun stuff, all the fun life updates.
Yeah, it's a lot of life updates, actually.
Yeah, but first we'll do a quick little weekly report. So Virginia, what
Yes.
are you reading at the moment?
I'm currently reading The Story of Your Life and Others by Ted Chiang. We were talking about it earlier. It's a collection of short stories. And the reason I picked it up is because one of the short stories is what the movie Arrival is based on.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Incredible movie.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies ever. So it's super cool.
Love that. I'm reading, as you know, this is the only one I'll chime in on, but Akatar Book 2.
Woo! That deserved a whole other podcast episode, actually.
And I'm loving it. It's incredible. I have been such a loser reading on the boat all weekend because I can't put it down.
No, oh, wait, how many pages do you have left, actually?
I'm a little over halfway.
Okay.
So I'm in the thick
Where
of
it's
it now.
really, really good.
They just got to the summer court and stole the book.
I'm gonna make Corey do a whole episode about her detailed review of the series.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, eat. This is gonna be a little bit of speed round podcast,
Yeah.
just for the listeners that are like, "What's going on?" Okay, eating.
I just made banana bread with my mom. And
Can attest it was 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I've actually been trying to bake a decent amount of the time, making friends at work as I'm bringing baked goods to Equinox.
Ironic.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, who's bringing chocolate chip cookies the size of my fist into the office? But that's me. New girl. Hi.
I still need to try those.
Yeah.
Okay, plan. What's going on?
I go to London Tuesday night.
What?
Yeah. Did I even tell you about this?
No.
Okay, yeah, Nikolai, my boyfriend, he's from London and he's going to visit his parents. He was already in Europe for work, and I
Just hopping on over.
I somehow got the invite, which is so nice of them. So we're going to London, and our main event is we're going to go see Stevie Nicks in concert.
No way.
Yeah, in Hyde Park.
Wow.
So I'll report back on that.
How long are you going to be there?
I arrive Wednesday morning and leave Sunday, so it's going to be kind of quick.
Yeah.
But I still got to go.
Enough time. You can do London feels, it's like New York vibes. You can get it done in a few days.
It's one of my favorite places ever, and I'm very fortunate to have been a lot because of my boyfriend, because he grew up there. So when I go, I get to be a tourist, but it's getting to the point where I'm so familiar with the area that he's grown up in that I get to go and kind of relax and feel like it's almost like a second home in some ways.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I want a foreign partner.
Yeah. Dating internationally is the best advice I give all college women. Besides fitness advice, actually. That's the best. That's the second best piece of advice.
Episode number 3 coming soon.
Nikolai, I love you so much. I know when you're going to be listening to this.
All right. Oh, obsession. Music, podcast, book, food, activity. Place
Obsession.
you live now.
Oh, I've been super in the House of Dragons since it's come back out this season, and with all their marketing in New York leading up to it, I somehow timed my move perfectly with when they started their experiential marketing campaign there, which was insane. I got to see the Vagar inflatable dragon on the Empire State Building. I could see that from my apartment.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I lost my House of Dragon virginity last week.
I'm sorry. Whoa.
My coworkers were like, "It's Monday night, it's coming out," and I watched 5 minutes of that season, but I got the rundown of what it is, and
it's crazy.
It's intense.
It's super intense, and it's so good and awful and fantastic. Yeah, it's so awesome. I love it so much.
Okay, what's a recipe you've had, made, want to make, in the works?
Recipe, probably I love my mom's baked good recipes. I already answered banana bread, but baking with her and following the recipes that she gives me is one of my favorite things to do, because I think I talked about this in my last podcast episode. I wouldn't label myself as much of a cook or chef or anything like that. I keep it pretty simple in the kitchen, but I do really love to bake. So her banana bread. I also don't know it off the top of my head. I have to get her to send it to me.
She sent it to me this morning.
Okay.
I officially have your mom's phone number.
Okay, good. I'm surprised you didn't already.
Yeah, so we'll share the banana bread recipe, but it's gas. Yeah. Okay, last part of weekly report is treat. What is a treat you've had recently? Banana bread.
Again, Again, we're doing it again. What was a treat I had? I'm trying to think. This whole weekend has been treats. Oh, we had some really good, like, ginger molasses cookies that one of my parents' friends brought to the beach this weekend for July 4th. And they were small. So my preface by saying this, I think I ate 12. And I'm, like, not even being, I'm, like, being so for real right now.
I had 3 in one passing. Like, she also, Virginia and I are in Beaufort, North Carolina, celebrating the 4th. Currently in the Inlet Inn, if you know, you know. Speed recording this episode so we can go join everyone back on the boat.
Yeah.
But I had a cookie. I was literally coming into the bathroom, and she walks out with the plate of cookies and is like, did I just walk in at the right time? She's like, oh my God, have a cookie. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And then she walks out the door with the cookies, and then me and Bryce were like, oh my God. And then we go in the kitchen and open the container to get another one.
I love ginger molasses cookies. But another thing I'd baked with my mom a lot growing up, and that's one of my favorite, like, cookie recipes as well.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Ooh, they're good.
All right. Well, that was the weekly report.
Yay.
Thank you, Virginia.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get into the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any specific questions planned, but I'm not worried about it at all.
I'm about to say you should not. I'm the last person you should worry about.
What do you get called? The Yap or something?
Yeah, Chief Yapper.
Chief Yapper.
Yeah, I titled myself that, and I think people at work have started, like, also joking with that too. So.
Okay, well, Chief Yapper over here. You live in New York now.
I do. I was about to say we can start there. So I just finished my master's program at Wake Forest University in May, which was awesome. But I also have to say I'm so happy to never do homework again.
Yeah.
School's hard. Master's program is really hard. Love Wake Forest, demon geek until I die. But after graduation, I moved to Brooklyn. I'm in Greenpoint with my boyfriend, who I was earlier. He's great. And we got an apartment together. And I'm currently doing, like, half and half. So in the morning, I'm founder by morning. Afternoon and evening, I'm Equinox personal trainer. Yeah. So
which, plugging the last episode Virginia was on, because I listened to it to prepare for this episode, and she literally said, I want to move to New York. This was beginning of your last semester of grad school.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to move to New York. That's the plan. I mean, if I get a job, and I was like, are you gonna work at Equinox? She's like, well, if I do, that'd be pretty cool. Like, I don't know if I want to do that, but, you know, if that's my option, like,
yeah,
I'm doing okay.
Yeah,
here you are.
It's a really, I will never, like, it's such a great option. And honestly, like, for anyone listening who doesn't know much about it, Equinox is a luxury gym chain. It's like top of the line in, like, the fitness industry, and especially with, like, in-house education for trainers. They do a really good job with, like, providing, like, a good platform for their trainers. And anyways, I'm very lucky to be working there. I absolutely love the location I'm at. I'm working in Brooklyn Heights, and just everyone there has been so awesome, and I've already learned so much, and I'm really excited to be a part of it for however long that is. So yeah. It's great. Go Equinox.
And so this episode, I hope to, if we have enough time, to cover the 2 parts of literally what you just said. I think you phrased it so well. Founder by morning, trainer in the evening.
Yeah, trainer. I'm founder by day. Trainer by night. That sounds way more, like, dramatic than what it actually is.
Let's circle back. You have some exciting things coming. Yes. So what are you a founder of?
Yes.
We talked about this briefly in your last episode, but if anyone listened, you're a trooper, because the audio was...
Oh, yeah, it was so boof, but it's okay.
Horrible.
I listened to the entire thing. And
you live
and
you learn, you know?
Exactly. Like, we do this now, and you're going to look back in a year from now when this is blowing up and be like, wow, I've learned so much. The audio is great now.
So tell us about Dawn, Virginia.
Okay, so hi. Dawn is a female fitness app for college-age women to build community, camaraderie, and comfort in their campus gym. I started it from my own personal experience of being really intimidated by my college gym, not because anyone did anything wrong, but because being a young woman in, like, the strength training gym environment is really scary when you don't know what's going on, and even at times when you do know what's going on. So I wanted to come up with a solution to help girls of that age group, specifically to give them the knowledge to succeed in that area, and also connect them with other girls who they could learn from, and also just have a sense of support in that area. So I started the first female weightlifting club at Wake Forest University in an effort, alongside some friends who were awesome and just the backbone of the club, to help encourage women to take up that space and know they belong, and introduce them to other girls who are interested in it. We ended up having 12% of all girls on campus involved in the club, and in some way, shape, or form, and got a lot of positive support from, like, faculty and staff, and even men on campus. And I was like, well, if this microcosm that is Wake Forest needs this, I imagine there's a need in a lot of other places, and through interviews and talking to other colleges and everything, yeah, there seems to be a need, so hopefully I can find the correct solution for that. And so we're starting with Dawn.
And so tell us, speaking to a majority female 20-ish age audience, what is the sole purpose of Dawn, and kind of like what is the goal?
So the goal, I mean, in the short run right now.
Short-term goal.
Yeah, short term is Dawn's going to be out by the start of the fall semester for select colleges and universities in North Carolina for the first version, which is not going to have all the bells and whistles that I anticipate and want it to have in like a few-year time span. Initially, in the first version, it's going to have workout tracking. So you will be able to go on, sign up with your school email, and you can select your campus gym. So Corey, I know, went to Chapel Hill, so she can select either Ram's Head or like SRC, and it will have every piece of equipment that they offer in there, a picture of the machine, everything like that, so you could even know what the hell you're looking at and how to use it, as well as what exercises can be performed with that. So you can track all your workouts and post it to your feed, alongside like posting pictures and kind of like fun things like that with your friends in an effort to connect the girls on campus.
So we've got a mix of, which you and I talked about last night, but kind of a mixture of a social media feed of sorts, just to build community, and like, this girl that I've seen on campus seems really cool, and she's on Dawn. Okay, cool. Like, we're both on Dawn. I have a platform to reach out to her, as well as a planning, because I am literally your prime candidate of someone that wants to work out, wants to be better at strength, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, Corey's user zero, straight up. Actually, and I love that you said social, because I when I talk to people and pitch to people and introduce myself to, other founders and investors and things like that, I say I'm the founder of a social female fitness platform.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, just because I wouldn't say it's the exact same thing as just simply a workout tracker, because of the niche target audience.
Like, this is not Peloton.
No, and I love Peloton. It's different, and that's why I'm so excited to bring it to life. I'm equally as excited as I am nervous about it, because I've been talking about it for so long. If you listen to the other episode, I talked about how I was in a startup program, a startup incubator at my school, which was a really big deal for me, because I only applied with an idea. I literally pitched an idea of what I wanted to accomplish, and I didn't even fully have like the idea fleshed out, and they took a chance on me, and it was easily one of the greatest opportunities I've been given thus far in my 23 years. The fact that I had people who had been in the startup realm, have been successful with it, and they heard my idea and took me seriously, and like just gave me a chance, and that chance being put me in the room with the correct people, helping me, mentorship, money to put towards it, which completely changed kind of like the trajectory of my life the past few years in a really good way. And it's given me a sense of confidence that I can do things that I put my mind to, even though like nothing's even out yet, but just like, I don't know, I found like a new sense of encouragement to give towards people, and also myself, to just, I don't know, put your heart out there and try new things, because why not? You really only do this life once, so why not pursue the things you really care about and want to make a difference in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So any female college students listening, especially, I feel like most of you guys are in North Carolina. Like, I know I have like Chapel Hill. I have a new Elon listener.
Yeah. What's up, Elon? Love you.
Probably NC State.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably more than I'm forgetting. But if you're listening, look for Dawn. What, August is the goal? Yeah. So the app's gonna be in the Apple App Store and Google Play in beginning of August. I imagine it won't even be that useful to you guys until school starts. Yeah. So I'm really excited to kind of be getting my hands in and involved in some other universities. I plan to take a few more trips back to North Carolina in the remainder of the summertime, just to kind of do some on-campus outreach and communicate with. I want to have Dawn girls, that's what I want to call them, that are kind of like on campus. Donnies? That could be, they can literally be called whatever the hell they want, as long as they're my disciples, basically spreading the message. Dawn ambassadors, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I'm so I want to get in touch with girls who are really involved with the fitness community on campus, or just care about fitness, health, wellness, whatever that means to you. So if you're interested, reach out to Corey, so then you can reach out to me. I'll pass them along. Yeah, seriously, I'm excited. So give us your elevator pitch of your long-term goals of Dawn. Yeah, so long-term is I want Dawn to be beyond college communities and college campuses. I need it. I like the Coreys of the world, and all of our wonderful friends we spent time with this weekend who are young adults
getting placed into new cities and new places post grad. So I want Dawn to kind of be just a nationwide app, maybe internationally, depending on what the kind of like the user base is and the feedback we get, to be used when people are going through these big life transitions. So I'm starting with colleges because they're so tight knit. Word of mouth spreads so quickly there. And from what customer discovery we have done, there is a great need. I want people to rely on it, build a relationship with the app. I want it to be very personal so that when they do leave school, they want to turn to Dawn when they're trying to figure out, oh, where do girls hang out? What gyms do they like? What gyms do they feel comfortable in? Yeah. What gyms have they had positive experiences with? And also just to share and swap anything health, fitness related. So I wanted to be a platform for women, female identifying folks who, just want to have a safe space to learn and be given the knowledge to succeed in that space.
And then also share your little tidbit about like the goal of things becoming like Dawn certified.
Oh,
because I think that's like
awesome. A whole other,
that's a whole nother like tenet of the business, but I think it's an incredible goal.
Yeah, no, I was talking with Corey last night. Thank you for reminding me, because this definitely is part of it. I always feel like I have like 20 things in my head.
Well, that just shows it shows the big picture that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. So what she's referring to is I mentioned about how I want something like in the future. I want there to be like a Dawn certification that fitness facilities or even health companies like strive to get, kind of like a vetting process where we know that it's like, real materials that are listed on the package, or they've made an effort to be very inclusive to women, or like provide for support for women at either a fitness facility or a health company or things like that. Just because there's so much misinformation on the internet, especially geared towards girls, because they know that unfortunately a lot of times we have been targeted with misinformation, and because we haven't been given the tools to succeed all the time, we believe it. I mean, there's been so many fads that when I was younger I didn't know better, that I totally believed just because I read it online or like a celebrity was doing it. So I'd love to have like a Dawn certification process or something like that, which is like, it sounds really vague, but when it happens it's gonna like make a lot more sense. But just in the effort to, at the end of the day, the goal of Dawn is to give women the tools to succeed in that space. And I think that starts with giving real facts and knowledge about fitness and health and how to take care of yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm so excited to see where all of it goes and be your first employee.
I know. No, my biggest struggle right now, it's something I like struggle with myself, and also just because like this is my first time doing this, is building a team, and I want people involved who like really care about what's going on. And so like I said, when I'm able to actually like compensate you, we will so talk. But at that point in time, that's not happening. Yeah. So, meaning I can't compensate you. I need your help. I do need you to help me make those t-shirts. That's something I forgot to talk to you about earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is perfect. So we've kind of covered the synopsis of Dawn, founder by morning and day. Yeah. Now let's get into a little bit more personal training, which I know your last episode was very just like your story of fitness and everything and like how you got to where you are today, which is an incredible story. But I want you to share with the people and me just kind of weight training, personal training 101. Like let's just start with, I'm your client. Yeah. I know a little bit, but where do I begin? I want to become stronger. I want to build a routine. I want to, and not just like, not necessarily like building confidence. Like that's a whole nother thing, but just like in general, like where do I turn? Like where do I start?
Yeah. So it's funny you say that. When I meet with clients at Equinox, where like part of the process is we actually have an hour-long fitness consultation with them, where it's basically like a one-way interview where I'm like, you got to sit down and we're going to do everything.
Yeah. And you're going to be honest with me.
Yeah. You have to be honest with me, because if not, we'll find out in like 2 weeks or not, because something's going to go wrong. So if you came to me saying you like wanted to start weight training, strength training, I would ask what strength means to you and what you would want to accomplish, because that looks very different for different people. Yeah. Like I know you have a background with soccer and playing soccer. So I imagine that you probably have had sports specific training experience, versus there's some girls who like, I've met with people recently who have never stepped foot in a gym before, and they're like, I want to learn about the gym. So their ground zero is very different from your ground zero. Yeah. I always tell people when you're starting with weight training, it's more important to build the habit than to go to lift heavy. So
that's a really good. Yeah. Even just like me hearing that, I'm like, oh yeah, wait, duh.
Yeah, like it's so, and that's something I had to learn the hard way because I'm stupid. And I mean, like everyone's stupid when they first start with fitness. That's just like part of the process of even growing with anything, but especially with fitness. Yeah, start small, make something attainable. Start with like literally 2 workouts a week, 2 full body workouts. I always say do like 4 to 5 exercises. If you're able to do more than that, you're not pushing yourself properly. And I mean, you can spend as much time or as little time as you want to in there. A workout that's 20 minutes long that you are still working hard and doing things with correct form is just as effective as a 2-hour workout. I sometimes believe that a 2-hour workout is unnecessary. You're not using your time efficiently. That's a whole other conversation. Mm-hmm. I think it depends on what you're training for. Weight training can mean, again, so many different things. To a person who I've trained before who's in their 60s, that means that they want to play with their grandkids. Whereas a girl, I know people I've trained in college, like a younger girl, that might mean she wants to feel more comfortable in her clothes. She might want to, feel comfortable walking to the gym and knowing how to use stuff.
Yeah.
So I know this is kind of like a long-winded answer, but keep it 4 to 5 exercises. Keep something you like. Put the harder ones in the beginning. It's all about how to balance your energy levels as well. You want to put more of a compound lift, so maybe something that's more multi-muscle group rather than isolated in the beginning, and phase it out. So more muscle groups being used in the beginning, more isolated as you go along. So like I would start, like I know for me, if I'm going to deadlift one day, I do that in the beginning because it's really why would I want to do bicep curls and then do a deadlift? Because I'm just going to burn out a muscle group that I could be using at full capacity for something else. I'm trying to think. That's kind of at least like the organization side of stuff.
That's kind of like the mindset going into it.
Yeah.
So then what about kind of determining your splits throughout? Like, let's call it 3 workouts a week, 3 to 4 a week. Like, kind of how would you advise people to approach that?
So I always say you want to try and hit a muscle group twice a week. I know there's some science behind that, but I can't remember that off the top of my head. I just know it's like ingrained in my head now. So if you're wanting to work out 3 times a week, you do like an upper, lower, and full. So that way you're hitting lower body and upper body twice and those muscle groups. Honestly, and then whatever you're trying to focus on getting strength or maybe even mass or muscle, whatever that looks like, just making sure you hit both of them twice. Yeah. And give yourself time. It takes so much time to like
build muscle.
Oh my God, it takes so much time to build muscle, to gain strength. Like, I know that our last episode, we talked about my New Year's resolution being like calisthenics and bodyweight training, which I've still stuck to. So.
And you're killing it.
I was about to say, I'm killing it, but like at turtle speed. Because it takes so long, especially with bodyweight training, it takes so long for your body to adapt. But once you get it, it's like it's there and you can't really get rid of it. Yeah. But it just takes so long. And that's like, the art of fitness is also the art of delayed gratification. Just having to learn that the best things in life come not instantaneously, which is very difficult, I think, with our generation and just how everything works with everything being right at our fingertips all the time.
Can't lose 5 pounds in 5 days.
No, unless you just poop, and then that's not even losing weight. Like that's not actually what you're trying to do. But I could talk on and on and on and on and on about how to set up fitness stuff. But it's also so individual. Yeah. So something I like to say to people as well is like, try your best not to compare whatever you're doing to anybody else's. You can learn from other people. Doesn't mean you're going to accomplish it the same way, or that you even need to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would be another 1 to 2 things that you're like someone starting their journey that you would, walking away from your consultation with a new client, like, okay, this is what you need to know or remember or to have at the front of the mind when you start your journey?
You need to remember that you belong in there just as much as any other person. And it does not matter what anybody else thinks of you in there. You can go in there, put your headphones on, you're going to drop a weight, you're going to hit your head on something, you're going to sit in the wrong place, you're going to use a machine wrong, you're going to do something stupid, and it doesn't matter because every single person in there has had to go through that in order to get to whatever stage they're at. So, and that's something I have to remind myself as well. So, all the time.
When you're going into you're doing your calisthenics in the gym, like,
oh my God, yeah.
You look so silly because you're like, you're not even touching the weights.
No, yeah. Like I have my own brand of stupid when I walk in there, my own separate category of idiocy. And that's just like, that's how it is because everyone's doing stuff very specific to them. I'm sure people see me training for stuff right now and they're like, what the hell? Why is she doing a push-up so slow? Or like a quarter pull-up or something like that. They probably just think I'm like really weak.
But then you're like, ooh, but watch me do a real pull-up.
Well, I can do like, okay, real talk, I'm gonna do like only 1.5, but we're gonna try and get by like 6 by December. We're gonna see how it goes. It's been really good for me to be around a bunch of fit people 24/7. That's been very motivating, and I've learned a lot from them. So that's the goal right now. But like, you see someone doing that versus like someone doing probably very traditional like hypertrophy strength training, and it just looks totally different.
Yeah.
And each person will be like, damn, what the hell are they doing? But everyone's doing stuff specific to their goals, and that's okay.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
We've got some fireworks to watch.
Yes, we have fireworks.
Some 4th of July to celebrate.
Yeah.
So thank you, Virginia.
Yes.
Let the people know where they can find you.
Yes. So again, I'm Virginia Wooten. You can find my fitness Instagram is Health with VA. You can keep up with Dawn on all platforms. It's dawn.app. Health with VA also on all platforms as well. Also, LinkedIn plug. Please keep up with Dawn on LinkedIn. You can find
Noted.
that. Yeah. Or even myself. I'm like all up in LinkedIn since I moved to New York. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Your turn, Corey.
That's all I got too.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, you guys know where to find me.
Yeah.
But thank you, Virginia.
This is awesome. Thank you guys.
Part 3 in another 6 months, maybe.
Hopefully I can get you to New York when we do a part 3 there.
100%.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Awesome.
Yay! You are listening to Phone Eats First.